Vital Synth has been blowing everybody's mind. But the question is, how powerful is it? In this unique video or unique challenge, I'm going to see, can I produce an entire song completely from scratch using only Vital? I'm going to have 3 different challenge rules for this. Is 1, I can only use Vital. I can't use any other plugins, whether they're stock in Ableton or a VST that I downloaded. Rule number 2 is that I can freeze and flatten. I think this is going to be important because, as you can see, not only am I recording this, but also making the music. So this is going to be a very CPU-intensive just project that I'm running. So I'm going to use a lot of freeze and flattening and resampling. That should make it a lot easier via CPU. And then third is I am going to use plugins to master it. So at the end of this video, when I'm done making the song, however it's going to come out, I actually have no idea. I've not planned anything out. Whenever it's done, I'm also going to master it. And I'm going to use, obviously, other plugins to master it. So let's get right into it. So I will say, though, too, this is the free version. I can see that there's a couple different versions in terms of the basic, the pro and stuff like that. It costs money. I thought I'd do this with a free version. So I think the first thing I was trying to figure out is, where do I even start with this this song? Like, do I want to make it a dubstep song, something experimental? So let's just get into it. So I guess I might as well start with a melody, right? And then go from there. So I'm going to put it here as intro. Because another thing, too, is the biggest thing, I think, using something like Vital is actually going to be the percussion. So another thing I will say, remember, I have to use all the effects in here, too. So, for example, if I have to, low cut something, for example, I can't use anything here. So I'm going to start with a mallet. I kind of I'm going to use the presets as, my bass, because I still haven't, fully gotten into Vital yet. So it's going to be kind of like a fun learning experience, too. So let's use, maybe... I'll turn that down a little bit. Alright, maybe start with something like that, maybe, trying to think of a good... I'll just do G. We're at 120. Maybe do 128. No, I'll move up to here, I think. Alright, so it starts with something like that, I think. Maybe. Maybe mix it up. Maybe start with a mallet like that. Then, let's check the effects on this. I am gonna... Because remember, I can't EQ anything. Yeah, I kind of like that, okay. Yeah, that's fine. Wait, just get this mode. I want to vary that maybe at the end here, maybe... maybe actually just keep it steady. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna freeze this and flatten it, and that's gonna be kind of the... Actually, I'm gonna do this. So this is kind of a little cool pro tip if you're freezing and flattening, just to kind of keep the metadata, is I'm gonna deactivate this and I'm gonna kind of duck it like that, and then I'm gonna freeze and flatten this. That way, if I kind of want to go back to the MIDI itself and kind of change some of the notes, I can do so. So let's start with that. The hard part is I don't know where I want the song to go. for example, do I want it to be, like I said, like something dubstep-y? The biggest issue with Vital or doing this challenge is the fact that because I don't have any percussion samples, that's going to be the thing. I know with the presets, there is one kick drum that I can use, but then it's like I don't have a snare, a hi-hat. I don't think I've ever actually tried to make a percussion sound in a synth before, actually. I don't think, I usually just get the sample. So I guess you could go through these and try to just, like, manipulate it. That might be able to work. Maybe if I, like, if I want to, like, yes, it just doesn't have, like, that. Unless I just try to do this, maybe. Use that as, like, a little, like, hi-hat. I mean, it's not ideal, but... so random, okay. No, I'm not gonna do anything like that right now. I think I'm just gonna stick with the white noise, I guess, or... Nah, I kinda like the high end of that. Oh, wait, why is it not going through now? Oh, wait, yeah. There we go. So I could maybe... See, I don't even know if I want the kick drum, because then I have to make a snare. Maybe I'll make this like almost like a meditative style, experimental style track. I think that's probably next. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. So let's just do that, and then, all right. So it's gonna go like to like do intro 2 here. I guess it's still doing intro. I'm gonna maybe use like a pad or something weird, and maybe add some growls and some kind of like weird meditative song, I guess. Let's do something like there. Alright, let's try that, maybe. So I do kind of wish maybe I included samples for this, because that would be kind of cool to see how it would sound like in a dubstep song with like a huge kick and snare and like the sidechain. But I do want to keep the rules of the challenge congruent. So, let's see, something like this. No, this doesn't really work. Maybe we should start with a pad, maybe. Just a majestic lead. Actually, okay, that could potentially work, actually. Let's return this. I might actually change that mallet sound, actually. I think because these are so electronic, that mallet sounds too realistic. I actually think I might switch that up. And now I think about it. Wait. I like that as like a subtle thing, so I'm gonna duplicate. By deactivating that uses less CPU, looks freeze and flatten that. I already EQ'd it, so I don't have to worry about the low end. Alright, so we're slowly getting somewhere. I think I actually might delete this though, go back to this, and this is why you want to save a lot of your data sometimes. So I'm gonna activate it, but now I'm gonna go to this, and I'm gonna switch up the sound. That's kind of cool. Wow, see, the CPU's already going crazy. That's why you freezing flatten. How are we doing actually on OBS? Okay, so it's still going okay. That crackling sounds so great. That lo-fi style. Actually, what we could do... The high end is so sharp. What do they have as effects on that? I don't know if that's the one. Let's see. We are pretty limited with presets. I may just have to make my own. Actually, I like that. Something super subtle. I think that's the one. Alright, now let's just EQ that. So EQ, so like, but I might as well just... Alright, so same thing now. Alright, so we're going to deactivate that. Boom! Alright, so let's go. So... Sometimes when it comes to making a song, I think especially like this, like everyone asks me like, what do you do when you like starting a song? Like, do you start with the percussion or synth or blah, blah, blah? And it's always random, but I feel like for a challenge like this, it's kind of tricky. But... Yeah, I like that. Right. I need to call it like V1A. This is all kind of like, I always notate my thing in via 8 bars. It helps keep track of everything going on. I wonder how I should, I guess it's probably the best way to, something of organizational stuff right now, but okay, let's just, so I think it's cool to have like a bass right now. Probably just make one super quick, but I wanted to have like a better bass. Now I might as well just, I mean, all you really need is basic shape. And then how do I adjust actually where the, oh, it starts here. Wait, oh no, I was like, wait, that's not what I want. Kind of cool that you can adjust it here. If you want more of like that fat style, no, I can obviously EQ this too. But this is just, I think, all I need. And then let's EQ this real quick. Just, now this is going to be on the high end. Yeah, okay, that should be fine. Let's do maybe like there. I don't like the, it's so weird because I don't want that. Oh, there's, yeah. I was like, no. Okay, should be good. Now we have to create like a, almost like an odd. See, this is where it gets kind of interesting. Is how do I? Yeah, no, keep it here. Here's a big pro tip with using basses. What I like to do sometimes is pitch it up, so you put it within the melody, and then when it sounds good based off like the bass notes, then you bring it back down. So I'm gonna do this. Right, so I might bring... No. Let me drop that in the E. Yeah. Now maybe mix it up here. C's pretty low. And then maybe back up. Yeah. Yeah, so now push it down. And then I'm gonna actually add just a little bit. This crush actually sounds better than I thought. I like the hard cut. Alright, I'm gonna do some routing. Routing's still allowed, right? Just helps you kind of mix it near the end. So let's throw the bass in. The problem is, I don't know where I want this song to go yet. Also, you're seeing me kind of make this in real time. I have no idea how this is gonna turn out. So I think that's kind of tricky thing is like, do I want to go like to like a build to something like a psh, but again, I have to use percussion. Do I want to kind of stay as this, where it's like meant to be zero? I mean, that's the hard part. If they had more percussion presets, another thing is, like I said, I've never really made percussion in a synth. That's something I've never really thought about. Like, so I guess I have to kind of get very creative for this challenge in this video. All right, so let's see. I guess you could probably have, like... Now, I want to see if I want to use the... I feel like I have to use the text to wavetable function, because that's so iconic from Vital. But I don't really know... I think I'm going to do this, actually. Well, the color stays in place, but I might just do this. Just in case I need to go back to it. Now, I feel like I have to put a growl in there, because I feel like it actually would work if I mix it right. But then it's like... I don't like the... Yeah, I don't like the pitch changes on that. Okay. That actually would be kind of cool. Try maybe like a weird... Okay, maybe try going like a... Actually, maybe... Definitely not the synth, but I think I want like maybe some type of like arpeggiation or some not necessarily arpeggiation, I guess, but some type of chordy thing like that. Oh, this. Maybe up to here. CPU still going crazy. When you hear that crackling, it's usually the CPU, unless I'm doing lo-fi. So maybe spread out like this. See how that sounds? So what I was thinking for this, actually, I wonder if can I... So I can still modulate things. So that's one thing I will say. And I think that'd be kind of cool. Oh, I have to go back to here. If I did this, am I able to... Yeah, okay, sweet. So it'd be kind of cool if I did something like that. Right? Like... Oh, come on. Did I turn it off, though? Is it on? Yeah. Oh, come on. Ah, the CPU. I wonder why that's not working, actually. It's kind of weird. Oh, something must be being sent out directly out. Okay. Let's do this. Okay. And then... Okay, I can actually work with that. Sounds a little bit different because the routing's changed, but that's okay. Maybe do something like this would be kind of cool. Have that come in and out. Give it 40. Right. This one, I would want to use like a stereo width and push it to the sides. Let me see if I can do... I might be able to pull that off with like a phaser. Maybe one inside its peak. Another phaser. Alright, so I'm just going to leave that as is. I think that looks... I can only do so much. So let's duplicate and freeze this. Oh no, deactivate that. Okay. Ooh. I don't know how long this video will be. I will say that. So it's gonna be kind of like an interesting thing to see. All right, flatten that. And then we could have some type of like, maybe add like a kick drum in here. Even though it's not completely ideal, but I can kind of make it work. I guess that's really, I mean, I can easily recreate this, so it's not that hard. Actually, you know what? I might do this, actually. What's on this? See. I guess, yeah, okay, yeah, I would just leave that. All right, so we have our first percussion sample. So for this as maybe like percussion or drums. Okay. It's gonna be tricky. Maybe I actually won't have any percussion in it. Yeah, why am I hearing like a click? Oh shoot, okay. Let's do it just a little bit here so we don't get that clicking. I think that's where it's coming from, but... Okay, so gotta get more creative now. Let's see if we can add in some growls to make it work.
Text away.
See, that's the problem is I'm trying to think of where to bring this song now in terms of... Not having percussion is like such a... That's I could try making it. Because this would be cool, like, start to, like, a dubstep song, and then, like, I think at this point, it's very ominous to expecting something to happen, right? Like, you kind of, like, here, like, there's a lot of, like, suspension, ominous type feelings, I think. We kind of, like, would expect, like, a kick drum to be, like, psh, 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 like, but I can't use any samples. What's N? I could probably use that actually. That'd be kind of a cool one to just kind of throw in as like a static note that's like sequencing out in its own. See, here would be a great place to have like a kick drum, but I don't know if that kick drum... I can just try... But there's a very particular kick I want. Might as well freeze and flatten this. We're at it. It's gonna be a lot of just like random little things. The organization is gonna be kind of sloppy, but I'm gonna have to make it. Wait, oh no, I actually can't do that because I have to EQ this. It actually seems like there's a lot of bass in this. Yeah. I think that's what we're gonna do. Okay. Man, Vital definitely takes up a decent amount of CPU. See how we're doing. The recording's doing well though. Alright. Alright, let's see if we can kind of embellish on this kick drum. Use that to start. Yeah, just really a sine wave, but I want that. Now we have the bass though, so it'd have to be like a, super punchy kick. Let me see if I can go back to this. Sure, bit crit. Alright, see. I just think that would sound if you had like a 4 on the floor kick drum. Let's see. That doesn't sound too bad, actually. I can't sidechain anything, though. Can you even sidechain in Vital? I mean, it's definitely possible. I could probably get really creative with the LFO and create like a... I think there is actually a sidechain one here, right? Yeah, sidechain. So I could always, like, go to each one again, re-pull up the MIDI and sidechain. I think the only one I really want to do is maybe the bass one. For now, though, I'm just going to leave it as is. I'm not going to sidechain. I can always maybe do that, like, heavy in the post-mixing stage if, like, say, I really want to get more, like, specific about the mix down. But, okay, so... I feel like here, if I was listening to a song like this, though, you know, I'm gonna save this just in case like something happens. Let's just put it on my desktop for now. Just call it Vital. Oh, is my keyboard glitching up again? My motherboard's actually not been running. Oh, there it is. Okay, now it's working. Yeah, I guess. Oh, yeah, okay. And I'm gonna collect all and save. Big pro tip: anytime you're saving in Ableton, collect all and save because it saves the audio files and the samples that you use. In this case, it is a very sample, in a sense, driven project file, so. See, I like this. But I feel like I'm expecting something to build. I wonder if I can try... Let's try to make a build. Okay, so I'm gonna put build, and then try to make a drop, even if it's not the best drop. We can make it work. So at this point now, I think I'm probably gonna do... Alright, so definitely duplicate all these, and then maybe do something like... See, like, the more I'm using Vital now in this video, in this challenge, the more I want to use it in an actual song with everything else. Because now I'm going to, like, because I feel like this is so much amazing stuff this can do. Okay, so we're going to have to... I think there is a... There is one I know... What if it... Oh no, what am I looking for? I wonder if I want to make like a build in here. I haven't done this in a while. Maybe it needs you to initialize a preset. Oh, no. That's not what I want. Nope, that's not what I want either. Where's it? Okay. Maybe do something. Okay, yeah, so I guess we'll just use that as like a little riser. For now, right? And the E just keep... Ah, that's really... Okay, so we're gonna have to, like, maybe go, like... Yeah, okay, and then... So that's some serious work on that, actually. Can use a couple of different tricks with it. So it's like, on like, you know... I'll do that. It's a really cool trick. I'm going to use the mix. Oh wait, I forgot. I can actually do that in effects instead of having to automate that in Ableton. So as it gets risen, that's the word. There's more and more chorus going in. Actually, probably should do this. Yeah, there you go. Alright, and then I'm gonna call this drums. Actually, this is actually usually how I route my stuff. Is I have top is basically like instruments, synths, etc. Bass is obviously self-explanatory. Drums is usually like kick and snare. So this is like usually like very punchy, hard-hitting stuff. Then the last return I usually have is perk/effects. So this is where I usually do like percussion, effect style stuff. Oh, my keyboard's... come on. Motherboard's been really not happy lately. I'm just gonna call it perk because motherboard's not been doing good. So... Alright, so let's duplicate this. So we have this as the build. And then we'll have to see how it gets to when we get to the drop. But we'll cross the bridge when we get there. Alright, so... flatten that. Actually, I like that tail. We'll leave the tail there. And then here's when we kind of get to, I think... Do I want to instantly jump into like a quick kick drum snippet? Where we go... here. Let's see. Yeah, I think that makes more sense. Nope. So just kind of loop this real fast. And then classic build, we'll just go... That was a perfect representation of that via my voice. Alright, so... Actually, I'm going to use the text wavetable right before the drop. So on the free version, which is kind of interesting, you could only use a text wavetable 5 times in one day. It's kind of a weird model. I think it's because it has to connect to the internet, something like that. Text wavetable, and then... I feel like this is going to be a little bit kind of... This song's going to be a little bit cheesy. I can already kind of feel that. I like the beginning. Like, I like kind of the omni stuff. I was thinking I could always make, like an orchestral style song, but I feel like that'd be too easy for a challenge like this. If I just had chords and, like, a pad for the whole song. But I was thinking it would be kind of cool the more I've been doing this, kind of try to make something super unique. Like, do the thing right before the drop, right? Wait. Something like a good, like, tagline. I could always use something serious, like, drop the bass. So, super cliche. Or I could maybe do... I'm trying to think. It's actually... It's a big decision. Okay, do I want to do, like... I could do Vital Synth, but... Yeah, you know what? Because we're doing this in Vital, why not? One second. I'm going to grab... I actually have another keyboard. Right, what do I have in here? So when I'm traveling and my motherboard glitches up, I have this. Because I have to go to the Mac store at some point. I just haven't yet because I've been so busy. Actually, connect this. And we'll just type this out. Because half of my keyboard randomly doesn't work, like I said, at certain points. It's kind of annoying. Alright, so I'll just put this here for now, just in case I need to use it. And then let's do here. I'm curious to see the timing of this. I could always actually freeze and flatten then.
Vital Synth.
Actually, it's pretty close, actually, in terms of...
Vital Synth. Vital Synth.
I think what I actually might do, so you can adjust... it's going to go on perks, actually, because it's part of the effects group. So, usually right before the drop, I actually don't EQ it, because I like...
Vital Synth.
It actually sounds really cool. I don't know why that... Because I've used the text wavetable a bunch of times for random words.
Vital Synth. Vital Synth.
Actually, no, hardcore for sure.
Vital Synth. Vital Synth.
No, definitely not.
Vital Synth.
Actually,
Vital Synth.
okay,
Vital Synth. 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 Vital Synth.
Wait, these are...
Vital Synth.
I was like...
Vital Synth. Vital Synth.
No, wait, no.
Vital Synth. Vital Synth. Vital.
I might reset that. I kind of messed up.
Vital Synth. 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 Vital Synth.
Okay, so...
Vital Synth. Vital.
So... I think that's... Alright, so... Gonna deactivate... Oh, wait, wrong. I was like... Yeah, I think that's really all I need now that I think about it. Okay. So, let's flatten this now.
Vital Synth. Vital. 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 Vital Synth.
Okay, so we're definitely not going to use that, of course.
Vital Synth.
I don't know what that random... There's one thing I just not gotten used to with Ableton 10.
Vital Synth. Vital Synth.
Actually, you know what? It would be weird if there's like Vital Synth and then it dropped. I kind of like the
Vital
beat
Synth.
of it, actually. Like the rawness.
Vital Synth. Vital Synth.
Something slipping. What was it? Okay, so we're going to have to... A lot of these are going to probably have to duck out. Oh, that's in the actual waveform? That's annoying. Just have to do that. Okay. These actually probably be pitch bend up, though. I'm probably going to do maybe this. Let's see. So this is what I'll see is a big thing, so... So there's Complex Pro. It's very kind of cliche. I mean, a bit of a cheesy build, but let's do it anyway. So we're going to go up here. So this is going to go... Actually, no. So we're going to do... Actually, this is going to go here. Okay. Look at this. And now now we're gonna do this again. Gotta go to the Mac store. So now what we do is consolidate it, so now it's easier to do the pitch when it's looping again. And then probably just have it be at the same pace too, I think.
Vital Synth.
And then yeah.
Vital Synth.
I guess that kind of works.
Vital Synth.
Sounds so cool right before the drop. I just wish I could. There's so much stuff I want to add to this, but I can't because I can only use Vital. Okay, whatever.
Vital Synth.
So I think we're gonna have to do. Let me see if I can like. Okay, there's always a way to create a snare, but I need a snare on this drop. I think we could do almost like a bass house style drop. I've never made a snare in a synthesizer before, which is really. But the hard part too is I want like a very specific type of snare, like that very dubs. It's a very like punchy dubsteppy style snare. I don't know. No. I honestly. There's like a. Like. That was probably like a modulation one. Very vocoder. That one has a lot of potential, actually. No, I don't think I'd use anything like that. Let's just see how that would like hypothetical. I don't. Perfect. Maybe add some noise to it. Oh no, actually. I know how to make it more like. Nah, that's not really doing. I'm not good with creating percussive. I guess you have to get kind of creative. I'll keep it for now, and then if it doesn't work out, I can just deal. For sure. Alright, so I guess they made like a unique, very tonal snare. Alright, so getting somewhere. And then I think what I might do now is use white noise and EQ it, kind of like I did earlier in this video. Use like a to add between. So let's do like drop 2. Alright, so let's add that white noise in now. So we kind of build like the foundation of the drop. So that way we can focus on, at least to me, the fun part, which is the synthesis. Like okay. Vital. And turn this off. Just do like. Actually, doesn't sound that bad. I mean, I might distort that actually, just to bring a little bit of it up. I might try. Oh no, the pitch won't affect it. Actually, maybe. That'd be kind of cool, actually. I might put that in. Alright, I mean. Okay. So, building the percussion. I definitely need to put some atmospheric stuff in too in the subtle background. That's what, like, it's a big pro tip with a lot of dubstep producers. I actually kind of like. Actually, that sounds pretty good for close hat. I kind of want it more of an open feel. I don't know what I want actually. I kind of like it actually is more of an open sounding feel. Might keep that open. Yeah, okay. Let's duplicate this. So we're slowly getting there. And then I might maybe just do maybe intro, drop, maybe then like a second part, we'll see. Alright, so let's deactivate this. Freeze it. Might be not a bad idea to do this as a callback too. Which is like. Thanks to the virus definitions update. Right, so it's kind of. Definitely need some white noise.
Vital Synth.
Alright, so I want to make like a. This actually won't be too hard, I don't think. Something about that actually, I'm like, maybe I need to EQ it differently. Can I just I can always sidechain it too, but I feel like that'd be better for like a big house song. Not really a dubstep song. This obviously is gonna be bassy in a sense. I don't know if I call it dubstep, but like bassy. All right, so let's use that as a little effect thing. And actually, we can use a little cool. Okay, so probably should be naming these, huh? Because it's kind of all over the place. So local pro tip 2, we're gonna do some reverse stuff. I might add some reverb to that. Maybe for now. Okay, so we have our little white noise thing. So we could do something like this where it's alright, so that's where the stuff kicks in. Let's reverse it. So we have this kind of unique little thing here. It's subtle, make it more subtle. More subtle. Alright, so there we go. So it's super like a subtle, because white noise helps kind of your ears transition. There's some psychology behind it. I'm honestly not sure what it is, but we're gonna do the same thing actually here too. So we're gonna do it in 2 different places. Actually, I wonder if it actually would be better if I just had it go dry. Maybe, yeah, they kind of cool. That way it's like, you know something's about to happen. Actually, it'd be kind of funny if you got this in. Not funny, but kind of cool. We add like this now on the 4, so that's doing that. Where it kind of. That actually kind of has more of a build feel, I guess. I'm gonna collect all and save again. The biggest saver, by the way. I feel like anybody who's ever played like video games or makes music, you know that feeling of something crashing and you lose everything.
Vital Synth.
Alright. I think we're ready now. I think I have what. Oh no, okay. I'm gonna add one more thing because I'm excited to like test out now the like bass stuff from Vital. So I am gonna do one more thing, which is kind of adding an ambiance here. This is actually a big pro tip. Like I said, I mentioned this a little bit earlier, but having something that is just some like weird subtle thing, typically in the high end, can just make your ear be more entertained by the song, even if you don't consciously notice it. So if you listen to like a lot of like Skrillex's songs, or any really, really talented dubstep producer or bass producer, they'll have a lot of mini things, like mini risers or ambiances going on in the background. And as weird as it sounds, it really does make you more entertained by the song, even if, like I said, you'll notice it. So what we could do is maybe... So I want to see what they have here. Wait, is this one not... Why is this not playing? Oh, that's kind of weird. Okay. So I actually might just use... No. You know, I'm better off just make my own. Because I think they have it here. So let's turn this off. No, actually. So... That actually might be perfect. No. River would be good for Potato, but no. Yeah, Bart. I know what that means. And just have it subtly, obviously heavily EQ'd, because I don't want any of that low end. Like that. And as weird as it sounds, that's actually like massively important to just make it more interesting. And It's something that I think what I've noticed is that the more I've gotten to production after producing, I'm actually getting up to the point I'm almost producing for about a decade now, releasing a lot of music. It's almost like you think that you focus so much on the main thing that's in front of you, right? Like in terms of the melody, the instruments, and whatever. But then the more you get into production, where you realize that the best producers actually have mastered the art of using very subtle, small things that, for an entire track, add up to something like amazing. Where it's you make the cake, and most people focus on the cake, but it's like the frosting or that the sprinkles are like the nuances that make a track from good to great. And so that's what we're doing here. I could always do that back here, but I feel like this has enough ambiances in itself. It's pretty wet in a sense where I don't really need it. So do this, right? Right? Like I feel like this. Now I'm gonna bring this as a callback here. My callback sometimes what I like to do is, if you think about it, this drop is gonna be bassy. So at least with this kind of going, it's like a psh, 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 or whatever it's gonna do with the synth. Right? When I master it, this is gonna come out more, but. Alright, so I think we're ready. Alright, I'm gonna put this. Typically, too, I'll say this kind of weird, but when I organize these things, I don't really use groups or like, I don't really label things in my projects, but I usually think of it like instruments typically somewhere up top, because it's the top. Bass is usually somewhere in the middle for me. Sometimes I put it lower. So the order of the actual things on the side for me is just better organizationally. So then I have, as you can imagine, like kick, snare, usually effects, ambiances, subtle things are usually more on the low end. So I almost like a table or yeah, I don't know. Sometimes it's kind of weird when I try to explain out loud my process of making a song because it makes sense in my head, but sometimes people are like, "What?" And I'm like, don't worry about it. All right, now let's get into the fun part. So, this one, it might be a big stomp. It might be the one. This one might be good for counter melody, I guess, actually. I wonder actually if I should put maybe something like that in. Right? That actually be good for like a tech house song, like where like a lot of tech house songs have almost like this kind of like, if you think like "Losing It" by Fisher, you know, like
Vital Synth.
I'm a Sid brother. I could go either way. So now I'm thinking it wouldn't be bad to have like a unique like tech house style bass line. But I also want to, unless they make 2 drops. What do I want to take this? Because I can hear that in my head already. Like it'd be super easy to make this. So we have a bass line. And we'll go like, maybe, you know what, let's do this. Let's do, I was trying to think of the order of the song. I like the intro, because what I'm trying to do, I guess, I'm trying to demo Vital, in a sense, obviously for this video. It is a challenge, but it's kind of like a fun way to demo all the things that Vital can do. So maybe I'll do this. This is actually kind of common if you want to make a really short song. You do 2 drops. You jump into a build again. So the idea is that you build into another section. And then... So we're going to do this. So I'm going to use... This will make sense when we get closer. So what we'll do is we're going to build into another section, actually. And then that will be the dubstep one. So let's do Tech House first. Because I think if I was DJing... yeah, okay. And I'm going to have to make a bass. And Vital should be super easy to do for the most part, I think. And then let's do. Okay, that will not be there, but we're gonna use. This is sometimes what I like to do is like when I'm actually doing a song and I kind of see like the full picture in my head, I start to plan out certain things like puzzle pieces, as you can see, like almost literally actually like puzzle pieces, where I'm like, okay, I know this and this is gonna go there, and then this actually is gonna do this though. I want white noise on both sides of that. Okay, so
Vital Synth.
Actually, do I want to be? No, yeah. So this actually has to have some EQing. It's already sidechain, which is kind of cool. And then it's gonna be at the top. Actually, I don't need to EQ that much. But I actually want a delay. It's gonna sound weird at first, but could I, No, make it stereo, but I can't EQ that. No, actually. There it is. Alright, so I'm gonna duplicate this. You know the drill by now. And then freeze and flatten. In case you're curious, the reason why I am disabling this, as you can see, because I've had some people ask me when I do that, like, oh, why not just leave it and just mute it? The reason why is when you disable the MIDI, as I've done here, Ableton will not try to play it. Even if you mute something, and maybe I can show you, actually, no, I'll just show you now. So if I turn this off, right, so it's completely muted. If I activate the clip, you notice it still is playing it. So it still has to use CPU to play that MIDI, even if it's muted. So by deactivating it, you're saying to Ableton, hey, don't even do anything. Just don't touch it, leave it alone, you know. And then obviously flattening, you just have the audio file, so you're not playing anything. Probably should say that in the beginning, but.
Synth.
Actually, what we could do would be kind of interesting to set. Maybe take one of these notations. Alright, so I'm going to do this. So probably looking at like a saw style wave. Actually, that could probably just. Alright, so to do some tech house stuff, I'm gonna kind of adjust the sound design of the bass in a second, but. That's gotta be really quick, actually. Like, super fast. So like try something like this. How are we doing on frame rate's going a little bit. So kind of similar to Losing It. I think it's a good example of this where actually we're gonna do this. I'm gonna have this be 3 drops. So a big pro tip too, in case you want to like increase something mid-project, edit, duplicate time, and select what you want. So it's gonna go like. You know what's tricky though? I think actually you're kind of expecting here maybe more of a dubstep drop, but you know what? That's okay for now.
Vital Synth.
It's kind of... No, actually, wait, no. Alright, so we're gonna do... So this is what we'll do here, actually. It's kind of a cool pro tip if you're doing like a build like this right into another drop. So we're going to go to 89, or basically 8 bars above. Everything, by the way, in EDM typically is usually done in 8s. So what we're going to do is going to have a big kind of crash down here. All right, and then this I'm actually going to drag out a little bit, so I'm going to do this. What you're gonna do is do this. So it's gonna look like, so it's gonna be kind of like, no, I still haven't completely, I'm not 100% on point with this yet. Oh wait, how do I take that off? Hang on. I hate to say it, I don't like the way this is set up. So we're gonna go like, yeah, so it's gonna go into that then. Alright, so yeah, I like that, I guess for now. I mean, I'm not like obviously like releasing this song, so it's not like this has to be like 100% perfect, but I do want it to be decent, I guess. So I know my favorite thing when it comes to like producing, I know everyone has different tools and tricks. Coffee is my go-to. I just love producing, you know, coffee. actually gonna do this. Do something unique here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually put this on every 1 bar. Okay, yeah, I had afraid that clip would happen. Okay, so we're gonna do every 1 bar. Let's try doing this to see if this does. I want to do kind of like a ride, like a maybe I'm better off to make this again. You know what? Nah, I'm not gonna. I can always make a ride in Vital, but I'm just gonna leave it as is. So here, all I'm gonna do, I was actually gonna trim these down just a little bit.
Vital Synth.
You have to mix this a little better, bro.
Vital Synth.
There, let's do something like that.
Vital Synth.
I wonder if I want to change that bass line now that I think about it. It's very based off F. I feel like maybe I'm better off doing this so it's always mostly in G. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to actually change this. Something about it just didn't seem right to me. I mean, granted, yeah, you know what? This doesn't seem right to me. I'm going to switch this up, actually. Well, these are actually all just duplicates. So, let's do this. We're going to go up to G. I'm just going to delete this because... Actually, them. Oh, okay, maybe try. How did I do? Oh, I see, because I finished off in the G number. See, that sounds kind of off. No. Yeah, I kind of like that. Mix up it a little bit. I kind of like that melody a little bit. Yeah, you know, I actually like that a little bit better. Just in terms of like the bass melody. Alright, so we can deactivate that. Same thing again. Just kind of touching up now. And now, it's time for the dubstep drop. So what I'm going to do is... I'll just find this first.
Vital Synth.
Alright, bit anticlimactic, I feel like, but whatever, you know, we're having some fun right now. So I'm going to do this. It's actually kind of a common thing that I like to do is I go to my drop, I set on 8 bars in Ableton. So essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy and paste the drop itself, because typically the progression is going to be kind of similar regardless of the genre. Not always true, but I like to do this as almost like a starting point. So now I have like a decent foundation, and then at this point I'll go back to outro, actually. There's a couple other touches that I can do where, for example, a melody like this. So I could probably even like do some counter, some like callbacks, like I said. So I could even do something like this if I really wanted to. I mean, again, these are more like subtle things where I could... Where like it basically goes bum 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 and it goes back into it. I think that's really useful, especially if you're using vocals. Like say if it's like, you know, you call me once, like something like that, and then it's like drops going, you go, you call me boom, and then like some pitch bend, and then yeah. But in this case, we'll see. Okay, so and then here we'll do, just so you know, it's about to go down. It's about to go down.
Vitals.
Alright, so...
Vital Synth.
Alright, we're gonna have to make that way... Oh, no, it's under beats, that's why.
Vital Synth.
There we go. So now you're like, oh boy, and then kind of prepares you. I don't know if you say, oh boy, but you know what I'm saying. Alright, so we're gonna take out all of this. We can always come back to it.
Vital Synth.
Now this, I actually want to be full on. Maybe try -1. Oh yeah, I forgot it. Collect all, save again. Alright. How long has actually this been going on for? Oh wow, an hour and a half. If you've been watching for an hour and a half, thank you by the way. I hope this is helpful. You know, because obviously not only this is like a fun challenge, but I actually want this to be kind of educational, because I know a lot of people sometimes have asked me like, hey, how do you make a song? Like, so I think making the song from scratch, obviously it's far from perfect, but at least you can kind of see some of my methods that I use. Obviously using everything from like, you know, different mixing techniques to sound design to melody arrangements to, you know, just my strategy when I'm making a song. So in this case, we're going straight up bass time. I think that there was one that I actually really liked. That I think is gonna be the main one. I think it was a big stomp. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So now I have to think of like a cool melody for this to make it work. Nope, definitely don't want to do that. Now, in case you're curious, I'll kind of talk about this at the end why I'm sending everything, why it says sends only for all these. These should all say sends only, is because it's going to be very important for mixing and mastering. It's still, I mean, it's still very, I mean, it's 128, so I guess it is kind of housey. It's like bass house-ish. But, at this point now, I'm actually gonna, there is a sub here. Let's check the EQ. So as you can see, I actually might take this EQ off. Alright, so let's see how this would sound. I just want to see. I thought it was supposed to do it. Why are you not doing it? Why are you not doing the thing? Oh, maybe it's only in the, it's maybe only the attack. I mean, I might as well just delete that. I'm gonna need it then at that point. Okay. Actually, I take that back. So we are gonna use it. Now here's something where I notice like a lot of house songs do this when you're doing like a bass out style. Now you kind of switch up the melody. So because I have the hi-hats coming in, I can do like. So now we have something like. Right, and then that will come back in, and then we'll have like a one of these, and then the bass, I might... Actually, we could probably bring this in here. And then... Alright, so this actually would be cool. I'm just going to do this now just because it's in my head. I'm going to do that and then go back to the drop. Nope. Just deactivate that. So this obviously was the same thing. Wait, no. Dang it. Actually, that would be kind of... okay, I'll cross that bridge in a second. So, this is going to go here, right? So, I'm going to have... But now, what I'm going to do is reduce it. Oh, do I have to do all... Okay, wait, so we're gonna go... Alright, so now it's gonna be kind of this, like, unique little, like, usually going fast, and then it's gonna be, like, a unique little section where it goes... And then it's like... Right, so it's a bit more subtle, so you know, like, the song's about to end. And let's freeze this as well. Okay, I'm actually gonna do this instead. Oh, okay. I get it. Perfect. Okay, yeah, okay. I could probably duplicate that, but at this point, I'm like so close to the end, I might as well just kind of... Alright. There we go. That's exactly what I want. Let's do this. So, yeah, so... Alright, I kind of like that. I mean, that works. I mean, again, this doesn't have to be super perfect, but that works. The beauty of freezing and flattening. Alright, so getting to the end, actually. I'm actually going to put this, when it's playing during the drop, it's going to want to be a little more subtle. Yeah. Right, so I'm gonna call and this is how I typically do it. So wherever I want the song to actually be over, I call Finn from Family Guy. It's just always been a habit. So what I'm gonna do now, and this is kind of like a typical thing, this comes down to the mastering, is that Finn for me is always at infinite negative decibel, essentially means the sound's completely cut off. So that way I know that like nothing else playing past this point. Now what I could do actually, which makes more sense, I could do this. Yeah, okay, that works. So I'm going to save that as a tentative one for now. Now it's actually finally time to master it. So if you remember, in the beginning, my rules were, one, can only use Vital, which I've already done. 2, I can freeze and flatten, mainly for CPU. Actually, that's like the number one reason. There's really, very rarely where I freeze and flatten a decent amount and resample a decent amount, but I feel like typically when I'm doing it, the number one reason, whether I'm doing an actual like challenge like this or not, is for CPU. And then the third one is I can use other plugins, but it's only for mastering. So the idea is that, yeah, it's mastering the song, yeah, I'm using other plugins, but it's not really affecting like the arrangement or anything like that, if that makes sense. So, show this quick. So essentially what I'm doing, in case you don't know, I'm doing a lot of routing busting to the pre-master channel. So essentially what's happening is all the, like I did before in this project, all of the top for me, like it says, instruments, synthesizers, anything that's kind of like in a melody design is going here. The bass is only going here. Drums, usually kick and snare is only going here. Percussion and effects, this is kind of like the light stuff, right, is only going here. Now these 4 are only going to the pre-master. What this allows me to do is to do something called A/B testing. So let's say I'm working on a bass house song, right? And I want to see, okay, how does this sound compared to a professional song? So on A/B testing, I could put, let's say, one of Jaws' track, right? Who I feel like is pretty much well known for bass house, I mean, Ghastly and stuff like that. So I could put one of Jaws' or Ghastly's track here and go back and forth between the master of theirs and the master of mine. Because if I put the pre-master rack or my master rack on master, well, it's also mastering their song when I'm trying to do A/B testing, which throws it off. So anyway, so let's go to pre-master. So now I'm going to master it. And I already have my Vichero master. This is kind of my like pre-made master rack that I use. I'm going to drop this down to 5 actually. So what I typically do is I have Pro MB. This is like a cool setting called tighter lows. I usually adjust this, but it's like the starting point. And then I have Pro Q2. What I'm doing here is I'm basically doing mid-side stuff because obviously you want your bass to be obviously low cut when it comes to the side if you're doing mid-side EQing. I also have a hard low cut, not completely hard, but pretty at 20 hertz, and then I also do some high cutting. Then OTT, multiband, a bit warmer. It's only about 6%. I look at this as like a very subtle, you know, like I talked before about like icing on the cake. I look at this as like subtle sprinkles where it's like making a little bit warmer saturation on it. And then lastly, Pro L2 for limiting and for maximizing. So lie, I actually don't like this being in that. There's a lot of distortion there. I actually might just use this. Because this is what happens when you, like, what I like to do is, as I arrange, I naturally mix. That's just the way my mind works. And then, actually, where's this? 1C. And then what I like to do, actually, is after I master it, then I hear, how does this sound with everything kind of, like, together? And then the master will bring out certain things. You're like, oh, you know what? I definitely need to change that. And it's funny because I think a lot of times people will be like, oh, you know, I have to, you know, don't master to the very end everything's done. But the truth is, when you master, certain things come out, especially I find things in the high end in particular, when you're like, oh, you know what? I actually should maybe adjust that. So I'm going to do arrange and mix, master, and then I almost mix with the master on, and then I do a second master as well. So it's kind of my process as you're seeing now. So here, actually, you know what? I might, no, I'll leave that. Oh man, it sounds so bad. Whatever.
Vital Synth. Vital Synth.
So that's kind of what I'm doing now. Well, I should probably use this. Now I'm gonna actually do some like big main stage mixing. So this is a big thing a lot of people do. It's kind of some people frown upon this, but I think for the purpose of this fun video, this challenge, I might do it. So let's say obviously if you're doing an EDM song, the drop's most iconic. So a big pro tip is you put pointers here. So essentially what I'm gonna do, actually I'll leave it like that, is the first part of the song I'm gonna lower at maybe like, I don't want to be too much, but a decibel. So that way when the drop happens, right, it sounds louder.
Vital Synth.
Actually, I can actually do two here.
Vital Synth.
Yeah, that works. I mean, so what you do is you essentially turn down the parts of the songs, it's the verses or intros or other kind of parts, basically non-drop parts. So when the drop happens, it sounds more intense. But a lot of producers I know I've talked to feel mixed about it. Some of them feel like it's a bit of like a beginner's technique where you're like, oh, well, if you mix right, you won't have to do this. But if, let's say, you are working on a song and you're like, look, I just need the drop to be a little bit more intense, or let's say it's just not hitting the way it should, you can always do this, maybe even to like something as short as that. I wish you could type this in. I feel like there probably is a way to do this, but I hate if I, like, say, want to make it, you know, a certain amount. So, right? Alright, so now I drop down to 2 decibels, as you can see here on the master, and then when the drop happens again, let's mix this one.
Vital Synth.
Boost a lot, actually. I don't like the distortion style in this. This point now, what I'm gonna do actually is actually I want to drop this by a decent amount. Yeah, okay, I want that to be more subtle. Actually, you know what? I actually might... Alright, so I might bounce this out. I don't know. I mean, it's... again, I want to stress, this is not... because I know... Alright, I'm going to do this now, then I'll talk while I'm doing this. Let's go to Finn. Okay. So let's bounce this out. So what I do is I do that. So... this actually should be pretty quick bouncing out. Or maybe not. I'm also... oh, actually, yeah. I mean, because I'm not using that many plugins, because a lot of it is just samples. Ugh. I don't know how I feel about this, actually. Maybe this video is a bad idea. But I want to say, I should have said this, I didn't say this in the beginning. Thank you to everybody for the 5,000 subscriber mark. I did a poll and I asked everybody, okay, you know, would you rather me do, can I make a song using only Vital as like a 5,000 subscriber special, or should I do a live stream? Basically, a lot of you said both. So, and in terms of those two choices, more people wanted this video than the live stream. So, you know what, might as well just make this now, and then do the live stream. So, I know that anytime I do a video like this, most people skip to the end. So, that's maybe what you did. Maybe you're like, oh, let me hear how the song sounds, and then I'll skip to the end. So, one thing I want to say is, remember, this was meant to be more of like a fun thing to do. I'm not going to lie, this... I don't know, this is not like the most mind-blowing song, but it was kind of like a fun thing as like a unique challenge, because there's a lot of things in this that I would change around. I don't think like I'd ever even remotely release something close to this, because I don't think it's that good quality, but you can at least kind of see the power of Vital, the dynamics behind it, and also too, I kind of like how, at least in this song, the way it came out, I actually had no idea how this was going to come out. I had no preparation for this. So I kind of wanted to be super authentic on camera. So I will say when it comes to this song, it's kind of cool, because at least I feel like in the beginning, it's more of a soundscapey, new age, chill vibe. The first drop is tech house-y, and then the second drop is a bit like bass house. So it's kind of cool seeing the variety of styles and genres, you know, that Vital can produce also, which is what it's what makes it an amazing plugin. So, wait, why is it not playing? Did I solo something? Why is this not playing? Oh, give me a second. You may have heard that. My routing, I should route that on my computer differently. Okay, now I can hear it because I explained that in a different video. But the routing, when I do any type of videos, is very intricate, so try it now. Okay. distortion on that. I had to make do with what I had.
Vital Synth.
I actually don't mind this part that much. I feel like if I use a different kick sample, yeah, if I use a different kick sample and some hats, I actually don't think this would have been that bad, actually. Second drop.
Vital Synth.
Oh, did I forget the mod? Oh, no, I like that lead a lot. Alright, so that is it. So can I produce a song using only Vital for everything, as you heard, for the technically vocals, right, with the text to wavetable, with of course the instruments and synthesizers, with the percussive style stuff, still not the best. And also, can I use it for like the bass and the effects and the ambiances? The answer is yes. Definitely not my favorite song I've ever made, but you know, it's kind of cool. Like, that was the point of this challenge, is to try to make something interesting and fun. And I kind of like how, you know, just the way it organically came out, that it was kind of a multi-genred, in a sense, song that, again, like I said, had some meditative, almost ambient style vibes in the beginning, some housey vibes on the first drop, some more bassy vibes on the second drop. So there it is. And if you haven't picked it up yet, remember, Vital is 100% free. So if you haven't picked it up yet, I don't know what you're doing. Pick it up now, it's free. And everything I will say in this video that I used is part of the free version. I said this earlier on in the video, but in case you skip to the end of this video, you have the free version, you have a pro version that's like 80 bucks, and there's like a one in the middle that's like 25 bucks or whatever. This is all from the free version. Make sure you get it. And in addition, if you haven't seen it yet, I have an entire tutorial and review of Vital listed below in the description.